Vamos, capítulo. Llevo mucho tiempo sin subir. Por un perro matan. Efectivamente. Vamos a ver. Vamos. A ver. Vale. ¿Quién es el parguela este? Tú.
Good evening, Mr. Throckmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Han destrozado los carteles. Lo siento,
Cost me good money to print those posters.
pero los quemé, hijo de puta.
Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace seriously.
Did you really think the posters would be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Porque proteger el refugio.
Why do you consider yourself the protector of Sean Hampton's shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
Vale. Notas personales.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
I appreciate your concern, but I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
Ya, pues como vean.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Hay experiencia. A ver, rastrear. Mapa. ¿Dónde está la misión de las gilipollas esta? No, mira, está casi en el mismo lado. ¿Qué es esto? Vale. Tengo diálogo con los doctores esos. ¡Ey, cabrones! Hay que ver. ¡Cabrón! El que me quema el desgraciado. Cómeme los huevos. Vaya tela. A los pibes estos. Vamos. Joder, de una hostia me lo he cargado. Vaya mierda. A ver. Chavales. ¿Qué es esto? Joder. Esquivar no es lo mío, Madre cabrón. Qué buena esquivada. Oye, aquí pasa algo. Adiós. Hora de morir. Vale. Estas casas no las miré bien tampoco. Y a matar a ese payaso. Madre cabrón. Pues vale. A ver. Por aquí que... Así tendría que abrir la entrada a la garganta. ¿Aquí qué hay? Vale, no hay nada interesante. Madre cabrón.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Ah, pues estáis muertísimos. A ver...
Giselle's stolen money. Prewen has some
Y ya estaría.
financing their war.
A ver, la entrada a las putas. A ver. Guarda. Se lo voy a devolver si no me hace falta el dinero. Va a ser buena gente. Estas entradas a las alcantarillas. Joder, esto es lo que no me gusta de este juego, las pantallas de carga. Vale. Un momento. Vale. A ver. Chelines. Para aquí.
It's locked, all right.
Vale.
That doesn't work.
Chelines.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Guay, ¿no? No lo sé.
That gate should shut properly now.
Ahí no puedo subir, ¿no? Vale. ¿Y ahora qué pasa? Se supone que tengo que encontrar aquí, me cago en la puta. La estás sacando. No entiendo. Ah, ya sé. Esto. No. A ver, ¿y esto aquí no hace nada? No. Aquí hay algo chungo. El cuerpo ese que es sospechoso. Vale, no puedo. Aquí va a haber un pedazo de jefe. Me como una rata, vaya. Pero qué raro, no hay ni un solo enemigo en estas putas alcantarillas. Adiós, me ha petado. Pero no bajes. Anda, mira. Vaya, hostia, de un puñetazo.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
A la mierda.
The beast consume. Finally, a touch of lucidity.
Ahora me lo toca cargar, ¿a que sí?
Learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
Adiós. Hostia, me ha metido el bicho. Habilidad especial. Hostia, pues no le he quitado casi nada,
The hand that crushes all.
Esquiva, esquiva, esquiva. Vaya, hostia, me ha metido el bicho. Adiós, adiós.
While singing your name. Challenge the dictates of Ascalon. You found your death in me. Shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn. Shall tear them apart and still not cannot comprehend. Down, stay down.
¿Dónde está? ¡Uy, va!
Your blood is now mine.
Bueno, pues ya estás out. Hostias. Pues no te creas, A la mierda, payaso. Derrota a la criatura. Aquí veo cositas.
At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath.
Y por el otro lado que hay.
It's locked.
Ah, vale, se abre por el otro lado esa puerta. Ni un coleccionable por aquí. Espera ahí. Qué raro, ¿no? Ah, me he ahorrado toda esta vuelta. Vale, vale, vale. Ta, 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 ta. Ah, está mirando para acá la zorra esta, que sí. Territorio de los Skull de las alcantarillas.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Echo. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Vale.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
Qué zorra.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skull.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So is it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skull. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our
Yo
protection.
también me he cargado
Jones is
pacientes.
alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tap, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Tú, que no he terminado de hablar contigo. Pájara. No me deja hablar más. Joder, qué mierda. A ver dónde estoy.
Keep your distance, Echo. We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander about some years back. It was unpleasant. Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander about. Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Keep your distance, Echo. How is it, London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long.
Madre mía, cómo robo. Esto es un refugio. Efectivamente. Sí, ¿cómo? Vamos a fabricar cositas. De dos. Vale. A lo mejor pieza de empuñadura eficaz 3. Ah, solo puedo modelar. Vale. Oh. Vale. Espera. Tú, matado.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Your place is not here.
No confían en mí los pibes estos. Pues vale. A ver. Adiós. Qué hostia se ha metido el mando. Vale. A ver, aquí. Será este, ¿no? A ver. Eh. Aquí supremacía de los secos. No resulta. Vale. Que aquí he visto algo. Ah,
Despicable.
la buena rata. Vale. Vale, creo que voy a mejorarme. A ver, ¿qué deberías? Creo que voy a mejorar esto. Ah, las balas no las uso, así que le fallen. Y esto que pegue más. No me deja, pues esto es aumentar la capacidad de la sangre. Otro poco más. Ahora sí. Tampoco. A ver. Ya mejorame la garrita. Uno más. Mira, justo. Buah. Esto ya hace. Ya está. Buah. Confirmar. A la noche siguiente. A ver. Están hechos polvo, ¿Qué era? ¿Esto qué es? ¿Cómo que nada? Oh, ha tenido cambio la economía. Qué brutal. Grave. Tengo que curar a la piba esta que tiene resfriado. Aquí no conozco a nadie. Pues ser. Pues vale. Buah. Vamos a hablar con la piba de abajo. ¿Dónde era? Aquí no. Bueno, ya explorar esto un poco más. Alcantarillas. Ah, claro, por aquí me piro ya. A ver qué se cuenta este. Aquí he venido.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Old Bridget says you are one vampire. We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Ah, pues si os dejáis pasta, pues os robo. Pues voy a hablar con la piba esta.
Hello, Harriet. You recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet.
Hostia, se te echa polvo, ¿no?
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Vamos a
How do
encontrar.
you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. Oh, my body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Qué putada.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch
Qué
of my
brazaco tiene
body.
hecho polvo.
But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
It's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
Efectivamente. No sé cómo esté. Yo no sé.
We are similar, but not the same, Harriet.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it. Brought me here instead. But the shadows
Fue el puto cura.
The shadows killed that bastard.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me. And now, it is silent. But it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It
Vaya
wanted
tela.
to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest. No more words. Please. No more questions, Dr. Reed.
Vale.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why do you live here? Amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the guard of Priwen. The Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our
Joder, qué
makers.
putada.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she's a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us.
Qué putada.
I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
You're spare, legend, I think.
Con esto solo tengo que seguir las putas flechas.
I cannot enter.
Joder, tarda más a esto.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Pinta feo esto,
It's locked.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord
Se ha vuelto un
bountifully his
caníbal.
mutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
Vaya tela.
This shelter is the tip of the iceberg. You hide your game well, I'll give you that.
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skull now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through a donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
Vaya
So
tela.
you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice.
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I haven't the luxury of being able to satisfy my hunger on staunched blood and lifeless flesh.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament.
Vaya tela.
Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Boo. ¿Qué debería hacer? A ver. Lo sentencio. A todos por culo.
I really would like to believe your fairy tale. The good ghoul feeding upon the flesh of the dead. But I'm all out of innocence.
Do you question my faith, Dr. Reed?
Do you remember William? Oh, how his admiration for you was exceeded only by his hunger.
May his soul rest in peace.
A night will come when you will suffer the same hunger. Someone who trusts you completely, a friend, will die never to wake.
You confuse your voracious appetite with my itchy hunger. I would never kill a friend, nor an innocent.
I believe you've discovered our defining difference.
No!
A la mierda. Achaito. Llave. Que la llave está. Habrá el puto armario de aquí seguro. Vámonos, había. El borracho al hoyo. Aquí me faltan cosas por saber. De la vieja y de este. Pero el borracho me lo puedo ventilar. Está la camarera, hay cosas que no sé. Vale.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No. I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman's scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Tú.
You again? What do you want?
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money, too?
Ah, te lo voy a devolver.
Here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. I'm... Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
¿Quién lo mató?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Do you need medical help, Miss Paxton?
No, thank you.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Ahí está la gente del hospital. Tú.
Good evening, Mr. Throckmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Se parió.
Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations.
Pues no pase
here.
centro que hay otro muerto.
There is definitely a vampire close by.
Pues uno enfrente tuyo.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Boo.
"29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
A ver. No, lo que voy a hacer es matar detalles. Muelles, vamos a ir a los muelles. Que me va a liquidar a uno. Vamos a buscar al borrachín. Premio. ¿Qué pasa, campeón?
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
Is it true Sean Hampton saved your life?
Yeah. The sad saint grabbed my soggy ass and brought me back to the pier after I fell into the canal. I was a wreck back then.
Were you thankful for what he did for you?
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day. But I suppose I'm just another lost soul who doesn't deserve to be saved.
Vale. Adiós.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
No, 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 no.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
Cautivar. Vamos a ver. ¿Dónde te llevo? Turuna. A la mierda.
No one will ever know what I did. I'm gonna die with blood on my hands. No one will
Llave
remember me.
pequeña. ¿De dónde es la llave esa? ¿Dónde estaba el puto inventario? Pues no sé. ¿Esto qué es? Ah, que es un suero mejor todavía. Un bolo.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for this garden. Something sweet. My guess is they're recruiting for some vengeance.
In the meantime, the boys are waiting.
¿Dónde estabas? Habéis subido de nivel, pájaros. Dios. A ver. Joder. Ha petado. Vale, vale. Muelles.
Good evening,
Así
Mr.
que si es hasta también me lo podría fundir.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Está el distrito agrado. A ver. A ver. ¿Esto dónde coño lleva? Ay, no. A ver. Falta uno. Viejecita. Vale, pues... Fallecer es ir al hospital.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight.
Ya, ¿aquí qué hay? Es sospechoso. Sí. Vaya ventilada.
It's on to us! Watch
Joder.
back in the grave! You leeches, you kill
Joder, qué problemas me da la gente. Morir, cabrones. Joder, qué... Qué cabrón. Pues vale. Vale. ¿En serio no me has visto hacer eso?
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Qué random. No. Joder, qué petada. Vale, vale, vale. Aquí estás,
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Vamos a ver.
See your goods. Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Joder. Es que no me interesa lo que tiene. Vaya mierda. A ver. La enfermera esta que está hecha polvo.
Good evening, Nurse Brown.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
I will be fine. As soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Ah, que este también está
Good
jodido.
evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton.
Qué médico más
There's no
cabrón
shame
que
in
soy.
being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. Well, thanks anyway.
Goodbye, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Todo regular.
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No. I don't feel well, actually.
Ah, que toca hacer. Vale, vale, vale.
I will see you later. Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Vale, pues... Joder, la puta cámara. Pues vale. Yo no sé cómo no se parte las piernas.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Venga, que
Do you know you're
sí.
the only one who's asked me this? No. I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
A ver. El doctor negro también. ¿Dónde estás? Oh, joder. Claro, retraso. Bueno, me va a venir bien que esto vendía cosas.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. Please show me what you have to sell. Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Bah, no me vale para nada lo que vendes.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. Do you need medical attention? Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company. Even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr.
Joder, mira que lo he visto por abajo. Sano. ¿En serio?
It's locked, all right.
¿De dónde investigo a estos? Qué cagada, macho. A ver qué dicen estos.
Sometimes you act like a real jerk, you know that?
Come on, Ozzy, don't be like that.
What, like what? Like someone who felt betrayed by the man he loves?
Ah,
Did
que
you
son
ever even
gays.
try to find me? Rescue me?
No, it's not like that. I wanted to. I was so afraid to leave the hospital, not to be seen with you.
We survived this shit together. That's all that matters. I know you did your
Oh,
best.
pobrecillos. Hostias, esto no me lo esperaba.
Fuck the war, right? And fuck them all. Fuck the war. Fuck them all.
Qué brutal. Venga,
I
abrimos.
cannot enter.
Sí, 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 os he pillado. Tú primero. A ver, anda. No puedo pasar ello, ¿o qué? ¿Por qué no? Ah, claro, tendré que matar a uno de estos.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
Que te he pillado.
About Oswald Thatcher. You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know. Never thought I'd love a man.
Disfruta de la...
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something.
getting some infection. Unfortunately, got that fear in London now.
Toma remedio.
Some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You are wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself. Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society.
Efectivamente.
The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple minds.
Joder, vaya tela.
Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, Nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you,
Madre mía,
Dr.
qué ojos
Reed.
tiene.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Será con este.
Good evening, Dr. Ackroyd.
If you say so.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Vamos ahora con Lady Osborne.
It is good to see you again, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances in the hospital, caused by scouts.
Really? What do you mean?
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget, and a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name. I've never heard of her.
feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
Scouts of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. Skulls are the orphans of the Vampire Society.
Pobres
They
Skulls.
are the shame of their genitors. A disgrace to the vampire that created them.
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. If you get in the way of an immortal's plans...
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
Goodbye for now, my lady.
Voy a hablar con el pibe de arriba.
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I'd never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction, if that's the case.
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a skull. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Why not bring her here? We could learn so much by studying her condition. It would be fascinating.
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration of skulls.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire. Though I've never met a member.
I crossed paths with one. A terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was sent by the Ascalon Club to exterminate the skulls of the East End.
By the stole, Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
Ahora, para Dios, que te den por culo.
It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
Seguro que si apro alguno de los médicos me da la puta llave de esas.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Joder. Hijo de puta. ¿Quién es este
Are you
pibe?
all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Adiós. Vamos a ver qué hay en esta casa.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
Are you sure you'll be able to reach the docks alone?
Young man, I am perfectly capable of defending myself.
Si usted le dice.
I cannot enter.
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this.
feel it coming to the bones. A hatred. A wave of bitter death to drown and purge our city. Hypocrites, all of them. Maggots and liars.
You again. What do you
No,
want?
contigo no quiero hablar.
Goodbye, Mr. Dick. Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have. Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts will be running completely apart.
Ay, señor. ¿En serio? Ahí no puedo subir, en serio. A la máquina. Se ha petado. Pero del todo.